Good afternoon, church family. This is Pastor Jimmy Hamilton reporting for duty. I'm just kidding. Today is March 25th, and our morning devotion was Mark 14:38, where it talks about stay awake and pray so that you won't enter into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, at times our spirit must demand supremacy over the flesh. Sometimes our spirit needs to have control instead of our fleshly nature. And you will know, your spirit will let you know what the Lord wants you to do. But your flesh will always cry out for its own fulfillment. That's the nature of man, that we will always cry out for our own. But let the Spirit guide you and let God take care of you. There are times when sleep must be denied. Even though you're exhausted and stuff, sometimes the Spirit won't let you sleep because it would be disastrous for you to rest at such a time. Sometimes that happens, just as Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane and his disciples went to sleep. So when the Lord commands us to watch and pray, it's crucial that we obey that. We are to watch and we are to pray. We are to pray for one another and pray for the situation here in the United States, here in Carlsbad and in Artesia. As Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, he knew that the pinnacle of his ministry was quickly approaching. He knew that his time was near, that he was going to be crucified on that cross. So he asked his disciples to pray with him, and they fell asleep. Jesus was well aware that the legions of hell were marshaling their forces to try to defeat him. If there was ever a time for his closest friends to be undergirding him in prayer, it was at that time. This was Jesus told them that he was deeply distressed, and even to the point of death. He was concerned about it, so he wanted his disciples that were with him to pray. Surely his disciples could have sensed the intensity in his voice and the urgency of his demeanor, and surely they could have found the strength to obey his request. You think they would obey that? Yet when he went to them, he found them asleep. There's no excuse. They had fallen asleep at the most pivotal moment in human history, not once, but 3 times. 3 times. Jesus asks us to join him in whatever he's doing. He may ask you to watch and pray. Are you going to watch and pray, or are you going to fall asleep? He may ask you to do that for an hour. You may have to deny your physical needs and desires in order to pray with him. Sometimes it costs us to pray with Jesus. Sometimes our physical needs are set back so we can do what God has called us to do. You may have to leave the comfort of your bed or your home. You may even have to sacrifice your safety in order to be where Jesus is. Wherever Jesus is, that's where we need to be working. Wherever he's working in America and working in Carlsbad, we need to be where he's working so we can reap what we sow. We need to seek to bring every physical desire under control. You know, we all have fleshly desires, and we need to get those under control. We do that by letting the Spirit lead our lives under the control of the Holy Spirit, so that nothing will impede you in accomplishing what Jesus asked of you. So today, we need to watch and pray and not fall asleep and be doers of the word as God's called us. And sometimes it causes us to sacrifice our own physical needs so we can be prayer warriors, and we definitely need prayer warriors today. for all those listening in or going to listen to it, thank you for being part of this. And it's just these strange times here in America and Carlsbad and Artesia that we have to do this. But to keep us all safe, we need to do that. Thank you for listening. Love you guys. Bye.